She says so smooth, got the city on a vibe with that justice in her name is where the truth comes alive. From the headlines to the plot, she's got her ear to the ground, serving news that's real with a beat and a sound. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calm in the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick from the heart of the city to the outskirts wild. She captures the world like a camera dial. Justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. Calm in the storm with that urban kick. She's got style and grace like a journalistic trick. From the heart of the city to the outskirts wild. She captures the world like a camera dial. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall. She paints a shade that on black go white. In the ink of her stories, there's always some light. No matter where you are, you'll hear her call, echoing the truth, standing tall. Word on the street, justice in the air, bringing you the truth with the Caribbean flair. Celebrities and community, big stories and small. Word brings the light so you don't feel the fall.
Welcome back, y'all. We are back in the building. Oh my God. Excuse me. Woo! We are back in the building. This is the Odyssey Podcast with your girl Word. And of course, the First Lady OG. Yes, we are back. I want to welcome all of my subscribers, my Bush gang, my replay gang. Last but not least, my beautiful, beautiful moderators. I cannot do this without you guys. And as y'all know, the Odyssey is a place where you could come and just drop your thoughts on any matter subject that we are discussing. And I say this to say, tonight, I'm just going to take a bit of a different approach when talking about this particular story just because it's dealing with a child. Excuse me, guys. I drank water, went down the wrong pipe, and I swear I'm choking. But yes, I'm gonna definitely go about this story a little bit different, guys. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I said, the nature of it is especially surrounding the health issues in regards to this baby. I'm definitely gonna go and talk about this story and handle it with care. Um, if y'all don't know, theodicy means God's justice amid human suffering. This is what the meaning of what theodicy podcast, you know what I mean, truly means to me personally, per se. But yes, guys, I love you guys. Thank all of you for coming through, showing your support. Please, when you're walking in the building, please throw up a thumbs or a thumbs down. If you're not subscribed and you're new, thank you for coming in. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber. And please also hit the up like button or the down like button. Either or, it keeps me in the algorithm, but it also allows me to know what content my people want. Okay? All right, y'all. We're going to just dive in. For those of you, y'all know Chrisean Rock. She's been in the spotlight. So, you know, Chrisean, she came up in the spotlight real fast. Music, you know, she was trying to get into that reality TV, and a lot of controversy based on who she was dealing with. And to be honest with you guys, behind all of the controversy that went on between her and Blueface, even with her just trying to make it in the industry, in the music industry, and then ending up on reality TV, you knew, and you could still tell, I'll give her that she wants to be, or she's trying to figure out who she is. So this is why when I speak on this particular topic in regards to Chrisean Rock and even her transition into motherhood, I'm definitely not going to hold my tongue, clearly, on certain things that I feel that can be done better. But I'm going to try to give my audience a different perspective as well. I'll leave you guys with also one thing and why I say what I say. For those of us who is like, are spiritual, and some of us that are into scripture, if you're into scripture, it said in one of the scriptures, David being overlooked before being anointed. And I have a question that I want you guys to really think about, because I'll come back to it, and you guys can feel free to also leave it in my comment section, or you can jump in the chat if you like and put your thoughts in. But I have a question for you guys. Have you ever felt like God called you before you was ready? And I just want you guys to think about that for a moment. And like I said, you can leave it in the comment box. You can drop it in the chat. We got I am Auntie's house in the building. Yes, please smash the like. Thank you, First Lady OG, for being in the building. I appreciate you. And like I said, I know First Lady OG will be popping in soon. But I want you guys to really, really just think about what I just asked you. And like I said, please leave it in the comment box, or you could drop down in the chat and you could put your answer in there. I'm gonna go into just probably trying to basically give you guys a breakdown of everything that we realized when it came down to Chrisean Rock and what she was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, just a moment of just probably just having grace. All right. So I want, like I said, you guys are my family. Welcome back to Theodically Podcast. And as you know, where we definitely talk about, faith, culture, and the goodness of God, even in the middle of pain. Um, I am your host, Word, okay? And tonight's live is going to be real. We're going to talk about the story of Chrisean Rock, her journey into motherhood, and the faith lessons we can all learn watching someone out there like living their lives and struggling in the public eye. Um, now, I'm not really here to really talk about this story on a gossip point. It's bigger than that for me. And like I said, it took me, I've been watching her for a long time, following her journey. And like I said, it's bigger than the gossip part of it. And as y'all know, I like a little bit of celebrity gossip. But this situation for me is a little bit different when I analyze it and from the lens I'm looking at it from. I'm not here to tear down anybody, not Chrisean Rock, not the people that's around her. I'm here to look at what God might be teaching all of us. I mean, just through her story, through her challenges, um, through that light that still shines in the dark. So before we even start, I really just want to take a moment for understanding, compassion, and truth. Father, we thank you for this time together. Give us hearts that don't judge, but discern. Teach us to see people through your eyes, not through headlines. Bless every mother, every father, and every child represented tonight. Let healing flow through our conversation. In the Most High's name, Ashe, I just wanted to just start and definitely put in that because even with speaking with her, you could see that she's in a battle and in a spiritual battle to figure out um, who she is. But let's start with the rise. All right. Chrisean Rock came into fame fast. She was energetic, talented, passionate. I mean, when you looked at her from back then, you see pictures of her involved in track and field. She was in sports, all of that. So you definitely, from me doing my research and following her, you definitely knew and still can see that this girl has a lot in her to give. You can't hear anything. Can you hear now? Can you hear anything now, First Lady OG? First Lady OG, if you can hear me now, can you please let me know? Is it still choppy? Oh, can't hear. No sound. All right, y'all. I am back in the building. I've been having technical difficulties difficulties. Sonia, I am back in the building. I had to, ooh, girl, hold on. Let's cancel that. I am back in the building. Definitely was having technical difficulties. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Please let me know. If you guys can hear me in the chat, please let me know. I had to go out and come back in. Um, uh, All right, guys, I'm back. Forgive me. I was definitely trying to what is going on here? Hold on, guys. Bear with me. All right. Now we're back in the building. I hear background, but no talking. All right, that's perfect because what I was doing was actually trying to get back into it. And of course, don't worry because the energies that be sometimes be busy, y'all. I promise you on that. But it ain't stopping nothing. Know that. We will just dive right back in. Okay? And thank everybody. I thank everybody for their patience, for holding on. And I'm hoping, can y'all still hear me or is it giving the same issue? First Lady OG, can you guys hear me? Or is it giving the same issue? Is it any sound? Are you guys hearing me? Oh my God, I just don't understand what could possibly be going on. Okay, you hear me. Perfect, Sonia. Perfect. All right, y'all. Let's dive in and let's just hope for the best. So excuse me. I'm gonna just run it back real quick for those of you who are now walking into the building. Welcome back to Theodicy Podcast, where we talk about faith, culture, and goodness of God, even in the middle of pain. Like I said before, um, I'm your host, Word, and tonight's live is going to be real. Um, we're going to talk about the story of Chrisean Rock, her journey into motherhood, and the faith lessons we can learn watching someone live out their lives and their struggles in the public. Now, like I was probably saying before, when I got cut off, I'm not here to gossip, particularly when it comes down to this particular topic. And that's why I said in the very beginning, I'm going to handle this particular topic very carefully, and especially when it's coming down to a baby, and especially when it comes down to even a new mother and their motherhood journey. I'm not here to tear down anybody. I'm not here to look at what, like for me, I'm not here to mm, try to insinuate anything in regards to this young woman because it's other young women out there that's in the same position as Chrisean Rock, just where when I say same position as being a new mother and learning new things, and they're still babies themselves. Like we could go on with it, but I just want to put that out there. I'm here to look at what God might be teaching all of us, okay? Through her story, through her challenges, through the light that still I I personally believe still shines within her, even through all this dark shit she's facing right now. Um, so before I start, let's just take a moment and pray for the understanding, compassion, and truth. And like I said before, just reciting the prayer that I said before, Father, we thank you for this time together. Give give our hearts that we don't judge but discern. Teach us to see people through your eyes, not through headlines. Bless every mother, every father, every child represented tonight, that's here with us tonight, that's not here with us tonight, wherever they may be. Um, Let healing flow through our conversation. Like I said, in the Most High's name, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. All right. So I'm gonna just jump right in. Chrisean Rock, like I said before, came into fame fast. Knowing and following her and watching her story before she even came into meeting Blueface. Yes, she came from a place of pain, but as far as her going to school and what she poured into when she went into school, she was definitely trying to figure out her way and trying to definitely be something in life. So I'll tell you the truth. You could tell this young lady, she was very energetic. She's very talented. You could tell she's passionate in the things that she desires to do. And when she puts her mind to it, you could definitely tell that she can definitely do great things. Um, to a certain degree, during this time where I consider to be her purity, you can feel her authenticity, like her authentic behaviors. She was very authentic because she had more purity and she was still on a level of just finding herself going through high school despite what she was going through and what she was facing at home. The world saw the outer story for me. You see the TV shows, the music, the drama. But for me, I feel like many miss the inner story. A young woman trying to find her place, her identity, her worth. And I think we all, a lot of women have been in that space. You know what I mean? Um, Sometimes family can play a part in destroying you and blocking you from actually being the best that you could be. And if you go back to a lot of my conversations, me and the First Lady OG, we always go back to the foundational part of it because the foundational part of it really truly matters. I mean, God gives a platform. I feel like before he gives preparation, he gives us certain guidelines to follow. And it may be bumps in the road, but he gives us certain guidelines to follow because if you know, he'll never give you nothing you can't handle. At least that's what I grew up knowing and believing, and I can honestly attest to it as well for myself. But like I said, for those of us who, tap into the spirituality and into the Bible, there's certain things you could take with you as jewels that will carry you for the rest of your life. And when I look at Chrisean Rock, for those of you who also probably see her, she's been in these churches. She speaks about God a lot. She's always saying that she's prayed up. I'll leave you guys with something from the Bible. David was an anointed king long before he was ready to rule. Joseph had dreams of greatness before the pit and the prison. Okay? And that's why I see Chrisean's story. Someone that I see that's a young woman that's gifted. I can't even say if she's chosen, but I know she's gifted. And I also understand that she's still in her process. And it isn't that all of us don't have it either, but it's a process that we have to go through spiritually to get there. God offers calls. And when I say he offers calls, he offers calls even while we're broken, not because we're perfect, but because he has plans to perfect us in his process. I began speaking in this manner because as I go in and as you guys continue to see what you guys see in the public eye, like I said, I have my opinions on looking at this young lady, Chrisean Rock, and feeling like she needs help. She's not mentally stable. But on top of it, she brought an innocent life into this world that has a lot of health issues that was based upon her decisions. A lot of people stated that from the time she met Blueface, for those of you who are not familiar with Blueface, Blueface is the rapper. Um, Currently, right now, he is incarcerated. It's said to say that he will be coming home soon, but it was said that once Chrisean got involved with Blueface, is when things started to take a turn for the worse. The relationship between Chrisean and Blueface, as y'all know, it's been public, it's been raw and painful at times to watch if you're a person that's been through things in your life in relationships and feeling like you love somebody so much and feeling like you're fighting for their love and they love you and just it's just a whirlwind of things, especially when you're young. I want to be careful here because we're talking about real people, but it's a powerful mirror for all of us about love, identity, and what happens when pain meets platforms. And we see it every day. Public relationships amplify private wounds because you lose sight of what the original mission is. And when your life plays out on social media, your trauma becomes a storyline instead of a cry for help. And as y'all see, the behaviors that she displays, the dangers in which she's putting her baby in, definitely a cry for help. Maybe it may not be the best way to cry out for help, but I'm going to say maybe that's the only way she knows how. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. Many of us have loved the wrong way before. Many of us have stayed in things because we wanted to see, we wanted to be seen, we wanted to be valued, we wanted to be chosen, and we lose sight of allowing ourselves to put ourselves first for what we truly want. This is why, for certain things, when I talk about certain topics, I'm able to identify, I think, all across the board because I've been through situations, that's why I can speak the way I speak. But now I have a daughter myself. Here is where Theodicy podcast, the question of God's trust meets reality. Okay? Because I ask, Lord, if you love her, you love me, why let us suffer publicly? Like, why not why not rescue us sooner? I'm sure a lot of us think about that. But I want you to understand something. And I want us all to understand something. Pain has purpose. Example, job loss. Everything before its double portion. Peter fell publicly before he preached powerfully. God doesn't waste a fall. The same God who lets you stumble is the same one who has a plan for your comeback. And that's what I see because, like I said, Chrisean Rock, it's public. Everything she's going through is public. Her pain, her struggles, everything is public in the public eye. But it's other young women that is struggling with a baby that has health issues, that is a first time mother and doesn't know what to do, but still has to find a way to keep a roof over her baby's head, still has to find a way to still feed that baby, and still not even knowing what to do or the first steps to take in order to get that baby assistance. Or even if somebody is talking to explain to that that young lady what to do and how to do it, unfortunately, some of our young people need to be pushed to another level in order to get better understanding. But like I said, pain has purpose. Pain has purpose. When Krishan, when I personally found out Krishan was pregnant and she was about to become a mother, I thought that that was going to be a shift for her because I felt that, and this is the thing about it as well. When you find out that you're pregnant, not every woman has that instinct or that nurturing feeling that comes about, okay? And that's another thing, okay? And then even when you think about the postpartum of, like, as women, we deal with a lot. I would say that. But I also felt like, and this is where I feel like she has to understand where her accountability comes from and standing on her truth. Because from when she found out that she was pregnant with Krishan Jr., it's just certain things that she should have began to start to take care of. Even if it meant that she didn't really care about herself, at least caring about that baby that was in her womb to some point. But I feel like she was so consumed with so much pain and it's a lot when I listen, y'all. It's a lot with Krishan's story. I would say that. But ultimately, she still has to take accountability for drinking and doing drugs through her entire pregnancy. Um, to where Chrisean Jr. is suffering with all these different health ailments, and she now has the opportunity to give him a chance by trying to get him the proper care and seeking the proper help with him, because I honestly feel she does not know what she's doing. You know, if you don't love yourself, there's no love for anyone else. Yes, and I truly do believe that. But I also feel as though, well, you know what? Despite how I'm feeling, I do 100% get that, and I definitely can't negate that at all. Um, but for me, I thought for Sean becoming a mother, everything would have shifted for her. Um, because like I said, becoming a mom to some for some of us women, it humbles you. It definitely humbles you. And it tests you. It brings every weakness to the surface. But it also births strength you never knew you had. And for me, that's where her story changes. And now it's not about proving herself. For me, when I look at her, what I feel, in my opinion, what she should be thinking about, it's not about proving yourself to the world. It's about protecting and providing for your son. Now, I personally have concerns. I've heard a lot of other people have concerns. We have seen conversations online in regards to Krishan Jr.'s health. And here's what I want to say. This is where we stop speculating and start to like intercede in a different way, in a sense. It's like it's not about it's not about even debating the details. But I would say I'm gonna keep them in prayer, especially Krishan Jr., because he definitely needs intervention. He definitely needs a lot of attention and care, undivided attention. He doesn't need to be on the road. He doesn't need to be in the lifestyle that she's living in right now, currently, at all. Every mother needs a community, and this is why I'm speaking on it, because every mother needs a community, and every child deserves covering, and every family deserves grace while they grow. So tonight, my purpose was to lift up that child, not as an internet topic so much, but as a soul that God loves. I want to leave us, and I want to leave you guys with another prayer. God, we ask you to strengthen every young mother walking through pressure and pain. We ask for peace, for health, for protection over all of our children everywhere around the world. Be near. Lord, heal. Heal what we as a people cannot seem to see yet. Ashe. When I see people like Krishan, I feel like we're watching someone in the wilderness, but the wilderness where it's almost like they're struggling to find their faith, or they're trying to get into a space of almost having their faith born again. In Romans, I can't remember what chapter it is, but in Romans, it says, all things work together for God to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. Let me tell you something. Notice it doesn't say some things, it says all things, even the tears, even the mistakes, even the moments we'd rather hide. So tonight, this message isn't about Chrisean at all. I think this message tonight, that's why I said I'm just going with the spirit and just guiding and just allowing spirit to just definitely guide this this particular uh topic tonight, because maybe it's about us. Maybe we're being reminded that your mess doesn't disqualify your ministry. That even being broke down might be the birthplace of your breakthrough. That even your public fall can still end in a private redemption. This has been a powerful, because like I'll be honest with you, I knew that when I came on to talk about Chrisean Rock and Chrisean Jr., that, like I said from the very beginning, I was just going to handle it in a whole different manner. And definitely allowing spirit to guide me through this. And I was hoping the First Lady OG would have been able to pop through, because I know that she would have definitely have some powerful things to say as well. But I, like I said, watching this young lady be in a battle trying to figure out who she is. Like she has one foot in, one foot out, just trying to figure out who Chrisean is. And that's why I chose to handle this particular topic in this particular manner. But I also was led by the Spirit. So, with that being said, my beautiful Theodicy podcast family, I love you guys so much. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you to all of my moderators. I love you guys so much. Thank you for my replay gang, my bush watchers, and of course, my subscribers. I cannot do this without you guys, okay? Just let you guys know. I want us to leave this live tonight with compassion. This isn't a story about fame, it's a story about faith. It's about how God works through imperfect people to show his perfect love. If you've been through something, if you've fallen, failed, or even felt forgotten, I want everybody to know this tonight, and those who will come in to play this and see this live tonight. God hasn't given up on none of us. I believe there's healing coming to all of our families, to mothers, to children, to everyone who says and believes and have the faith of the Most High. And for me, like I'm telling y'all all day, I'm ready to start again myself. So I'm going to leave you guys with a No prayer, of course. Oh, I got the first lady OG in the building. Okay, y'all, we ain't leaving yet. We ain't leaving yet. All right, all right, all right. First lady OG's in the building. First lady OG.
Hey y'all. I was here. I'm listening, y'all. I'm just actually, Fridays is kind of like free for fall day in the house.
Yeah.
And traffic is really bad. Hubby's always late. Kids in the opera. So I'm kind of we went live earlier, so then I was doing some things, and then now, no, I'm in the kitchen, so please forgive the sounds that you may hear. I'm not doing nothing crazy. I'm just frying some fish and some French fries, and I made a salad. So that's it.
So, was it coming? Was everybody able to hear clearly now, or was I still a bit choppy?
Sounded pretty good. I want to say maybe twice. One or two words might have disappeared, but not enough that nobody couldn't know the context. And like I said, that was only like since the not hearing part. Since you've been back, it's been since I've been listening, it's been fine to me.
So, First Lady OG, like I said, I came in here and, like I said, just talking about this topic, definitely chose to handle this topic in a different manner. What is your thoughts on what I spoke about? And like I said, Spirit led me, y'all, in a whole different path. For whatever that reason may be, I know it's for someone to hear. I would say that. So, with that being said, First Lady OG, go ahead
Which
and
is why
spread
pretty
your light.
much I'm gonna keep it where it's at. Yeah, no, I'm not really I comment, my little thoughts when it comes to celebrity things, but I don't dive too deep into the to those that they call celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Because technically we are the true celebrities, but those are the ones that unfortunately are too weak to have gotten caught out there to be displayed to the world, as Word Justice was saying. Who really thinks the industry is for us? Not that industry. The talents that they display, those are real. And those are really ours. But unfortunately, our people can't see that we are actually being exploited of our own talents. They destroy us, have you on a whole nother pattern of, let's say, dark magic or dark worship, however you want to say it. Y'all know we on YouTube, so I can't just say things.
I'm happy you said that as
Chrisean
well,
Rock,
First Lady OG.
huh?
Pardon me for a minute, First Lady OG. You just said something, and I'm so happy you said that. And I'm so sorry for the interruption. But as you said that, something just dawned on me. And I just want everybody to know as well. I have my system of belief, and I'm not pushing no system on anybody. When I am speaking, I'm speaking purely from a space of what my heart tells me to speak on. And so whoever you may pray to, whatever your God may look like, I just want you guys to keep in mind that's all I am promoting, but I'm not promoting pushing my God or my beliefs by no means when I say my prayers onto you guys. Okay. So thank you, First Lady OG. I just wanted to put that as a disclaimer. All right. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. Yes, you do. Please understand, we're not here to push any agenda or push any views. These are just our personal feelings that we just appreciate to be able to come to a platform like YouTube and be able to express our feelings, and knowing that they're our feelings. A lot of the times we get help because it's on the internet, so it's Once others are talking about it on the internet, we can relax a little bit, but again, the way you speak on the internet means a lot. Um, what you say, how you say it when it comes to a lot of the channels now. And I mean, it's just like everything else. Freedom of speech, so they say, so you think. But now they have it even on the internet with something like social media and a platform. Like you can't even play a song that you like, regardless that it's made by somebody else. We know it's made by somebody else. Ain't nobody claiming to make to say that they made it or want anything from it. So y'all stay tuned because I really got to now. So I'm a definitely I might mess around and make that be one of my income streams, making songs for y'all so y'all can play on the internet without YT, without YouTube, without any of them actually um giving you a hard time about it because everybody's talking about copyrights now, and I think it's sucky for social media because I am a music person and most of us are. And it's not even nothing. It's just like I like something light playing in the background when I'm speaking, not just a quiet, dead atmosphere. You understand? Like we in school or somebody trying to teach you be quiet and stuff. So a lot of things when it comes to the internet is good, but then I have a lot of reservations about things too that tie into who I am and why and the reason why I feel the way I feel about things. But again, just talking about nothing about anything to do with celebrity status or anything like that. Just talking as a mother, um, talking about a daughter, as we were speaking earlier, as I talked to you guys about earlier, not understanding the concept of mothers and daughters that, don't speak or, literally having terms like, oh, I don't really fuck with her or, I don't say cool and just all of that kind of terminology and things. It's just, I'm not saying that things don't happen and people don't, but I don't know. I don't know. That's so far fetched from something that I've ever been accustomed to or very close to. I'm close to my children. My children are close to me. I want to say I was a change of life baby. My parents had me at over 40 years old, over 40 years old. So I will say I was close as I could be with my parents. You know, old school generation's a little bit different. You know, but like I say, coming to this little girl, Chrisean, I mean, I honestly feel like there was nobody ever around her that gave a damn about her, that loved her. They saw she didn't love herself. They saw she needed help. So for people to just be on the internet judging her and talking about her, they knocked her teeth out and all kind of stuff like that. Everybody been knew Chrisean Rock needed help. Everybody been knew she needed a big
Yeah.
sister, a mother, a auntie, and everything in that nature that could have
Well,
been
let me
there.
tell you, I'm gonna just give you guys a little bit more. And I'm gonna just say this because I'll use allegedly with what I'm about to say in regards to certain things. So this is why even with this particular topic, for me, like I said, it ultimately turned out to be a bigger message for someone that's out there, some young lady that's out there that's a single mom that may be dealing with a child, first time mother, and the child may have ailments, and understanding that it's okay to ask for help and it's assistance out there for you to get what's needed to assist you with your child or whatever have you. Krishan came from a home of her mom being a crackhead, right? Um, it's been videos displayed. Her mom has points where she's sober, and then she'll like go through points to where she'll relapse. During during Krishan's younger years of just in junior high school and high school, it was her other sister, which was the oldest sister, to really come in and take care of all the other siblings. So the few oldest siblings, it seems like, were taking care of the younger siblings. Um,
Um,
Krishan made a statement and said that she was also sexually abused.
which one?
She did
What
state
is
who it was,
okay?
but for me personally, that's why, like I said,
You
that's
said
the
what? Which one?
backstory of it. So you know that,
Which
you know
one of
how they say sometimes people
the
seek
Don
out,
Julio you like?
say it one more time. Oh, she's not talking to me. So you know how sometimes you say you people seek out certain people where they could see their weaknesses, and um I definitely feel like she had a hunger in her, and I do feel like she didn't know what she was getting herself into. And even the incident with her getting her teeth knocked out and still displaying it, or being punched in the face, and the way she's speaking of it like it is nothing, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I can go into so many different levels of display of behavior of Chrisean Rock, of what she has put out there. But through me following her, my energy just sees her situation, because it's playing out in the public, in a different perspective. But I stand 10 toes down on her having to take accountability for the actions that she's displaying now, because she does know right from wrong. And I know she may be in a battle to figure out who she is. But in the meantime, Krishan Jr. does not need to be in certain places, around certain things. He needs intervention. This baby is 2 years old. He cannot walk. He has no motor skills in his hands. And I'm just going to say, allegedly, from what was stated through the medical records, he was born blind. So, neonatal syndrome, um, they also stated the reason for Krishan Jr.'s alleged blindness is because Krishan had an STD. The doctors explained to her that it would be best for her to do a C-section, and she chose not to do the C-section. And basically, Krishan Jr. came through an infected womb, alongside all the other elements he was born with, due to her continuous drinking and sniffing cocaine. Um, and like I said, I seen a woman, like, week before last, standing by the bus stop. You could, her belly is huge. You could tell she's like maybe 6 or 7 months, and she was out there smoking a cigarette. And I knew somebody that lived in Bayview Projects in Brooklyn, pregnant, drinking Hennessy. Never forget that. Asking myself, like, you really, you sure is you lying? You not pregnant? Because what, like, girl, you know what that's going. But this goes to show you, like, the mental breakdown of our people. You know what I'm saying? And the healing that needs to happen. So when I came on, that's why I said, for me, talking about this Krishan story, I ain't really here to talk about it in a gossip aspect. I'm speaking on it because I hope somebody hears it, or even she hears it and be like, yo, yeah, it's all right. I need help. But stand 10 toes down on it, because at this point, Ah, she's learned narcissistic behaviors and she's learned manipulation and she's learned how to just not give a shit about herself completely at all. And I say that to say because she does not show the concerns that she needs to show in regards to her baby Chrisean Jr. And then based on his ailments, because it's a lot with Chrisean Jr., they put a life expectancy on him. So even with hearing that, that should just trigger you as a mom to definitely like just put and invest all your energy and time in trying to make sure that your baby gets the best service and care. I mean, if you're going to be out here doing what you're doing to supposedly get money, then that everything should be invested in trying to make sure Junior has every best services that he needs to help him be okay. Okay? Period, point blank. That's how I feel about that. You know what I mean? But it's a hard journey. And I'm looking at it, like I said, from a very broad perspective. A very broad perspective. But that's why I'm not coming on here to down talk this young lady, even though I don't agree with a lot of what she's doing. And some of the things that I see that she's doing, it definitely disgusts. When I tell you it disgusts me, it definitely do. But I can see for you to allow yourself to do the things that you're doing, you're so broken down that I think that she gives me even suicidal vibes. You know what I'm saying? She just gives you that type of vibe. Like, but like I said, it's a young woman just like Chrisean Rock. It's multiple young women out here just like Chrisean Rock. They just not in the public eye. And if they happen to come across this live, I hope that they understand that it's okay to want to be better and want to do better, and it's okay to be broken to the point where you need to ask somebody for help to get back to where you need to be, to see yourself again. And that's why, even through the darkness, you still can become that light that you want to see. And when I speak that across for all of the women in the world, no matter what age you are, no matter what age you are. Trust and believe that. And with that being said, y'all already know the vibes, right? I have to head out to go to work. So I definitely got to get myself all prepared and dressed and all of that. Um, and situate myself to actually head out. But it was definitely a blessing for me to come through and always just engage with you guys and get your thoughts and your opinions. For those who leave comments in the comments section, I love you guys for that. I appreciate all of you so very much. When I tell you, it is always a pleasure and a blessing. It has just been inspiring to be on this journey that I'm on. Trust and believe me, it has. And before I even walk away and leave you guys, thank you so much, Sonia. You too. Before you walk out my
Night.
door, let me leave you with one more prayer, guys. All right. I want to leave.
I want to
My
definitely. Good
beautiful
night,
theodicy
Tanya. You stay safe
podcast
and blessed as well. Y'all have a
with
great evening. Please make sure y'all go to Auntie's house and subscribe. And I will see y'all guys on the next go round. Peace, love, and light to you all.
and yes, before we walk out, guys, I am definitely going to leave out with a final prayer for my beautiful people, my Theodicy podcast family. God, thank you for this conversation. Thank you for your mercy that meets us where we are. Um, I pray over Chrisean Rock for her child and for every mom trying to do their best under pressure. Um, Cover them, heal them, and restore them. And Lord, teach us to extend grace, not judgment, in your holy name. Ashe. And if tonight spoke to you, share this live, subscribe to Theodicy Podcast, and keep walking in faith, guys. Remember, God is still writing our story. God is still writing our story individually. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace, love, and light, family. Like my beautiful mom, aka First Lady OG, said. And don't forget to go subscribe to I Am at Auntie's house, y'all. So y'all could be in tune all the time, every time. And I love you guys. So thank you. Thank you so much. And don't forget, if you didn't hit the up like, please hit the up like button. And you can also hit the down like button. So, like I said, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to make sure that I know what content my people love. And yeah, until next time, guys, y'all know the vibes. Peace.